Steve, it's been a while since we've had you on InvestorStream, and it's our pleasure to welcome you back. I'm sure there's a lot of investors happy to see you back leading an ASX listed company. So to kick things off, what's attracted you to QXR?
Thank you, Alex. And it is good to be back. It's been more than 3 months since my last gig. I've looked at a number of different things, but what's attracted me to this particular gig is the portfolio of assets. It's got a strong portfolio. The board's put together something with a good base, and it's got real potential. Well-funded, good portfolio of assets, a small opportunities play, a good focus on the broader battery materials sector. And I think that that's going to be a solid theme now for some time to come.
Thanks, Steve. So you mentioned QXR's assets were a real draw card for you. In terms of QXR's portfolio, what will be your primary focus in the immediate term?
The focus of this company, QXR, is to really get into battery materials. Although I've got a strong experience in lithium, it doesn't have to be lithium. What's really attracted me to QXR is their hard rock play. It's in the right location. It's in a good geological province with proven potential. And I think that because of the short timeline to actually discovery to then into production for hard rock lithium assets, I think that will continue to be a strong theme, and not all of it has to go to China looking forward. So I think that's quite a strong thing. Then beyond that, we can probably work from that base into something even stronger.
Okay, so with more of an emphasis on the battery mineral sector, and given your most recent role and your understanding of the lithium brine space, is this something that you would look to add to QXR if the right asset or opportunity presents itself?
One of my core skills for decades has been asset review and asset selection. And getting that in the right project, in the right jurisdiction, will continue to be a focus of this company. In the battery mineral sector, we've seen that the market's been rough, but this is a really strong macro for a very long period of time. We continue to see investment in electric vehicles, in charging stations. We continue to see investment in renewable energy. All of that needs all the various different battery materials. So we've got a solid macro story there. Despite what's happening in the market, I think we're going to continue to see strong investor interest. Certainly internationally, when I was recently in Europe, the US, this continues to be a strong theme, and QXR have got a good hard rock portfolio to kick this off, and we will continue to monitor other opportunities to broaden that base.
Thanks, Steve. Now, just to finish off, with markets currently being somewhat volatile, what's your outlook for the battery minerals sector, and do you think this volatility will throw up any additional opportunities?
June, we saw a dip. Now, just in the last few days of September, we've seen a dip even lower. And I'm a little surprised because the Fed has telegraphed very clearly that we're going to see higher interest rates for a longer period of time. And so that's going to mean drying up of equity capital, particularly in the junior space. But despite that, as I mentioned before, this battery materials macro isn't going away. There's going to continue to be demand for lithium, for nickel, for rare earths. These things will continue. And so the interplay between those two things is you've got a long-term story, but it's going to present opportunities. And as I said, we continue to look at the right jurisdictions and the right sort of projects. This is a very good, solid base to build a strong new battery materials company. That's why I've joined. It's a good base to start with, and I think we can make it better. So just watch this space. There's going to be a lot of news to come.
Fantastic, Steve. All the best with the new role, and thanks for joining me.
Thanks.